This lesson is going to teach you about transitions, which can be found up here on the Transitions tab. Okay, the way they work is all you need is 2 slides. So let's just make a new slide, new title slide, and if we want to rearrange it in our position, we can just drag and drop them behind each other. So now the title slide's at the start. Press tree. Let's type in trees because that's what it is. Let's call it something silly. The power of trees. Alright, so we've got another slide here. Now, transitions, if you overuse these, it gets a little bit corny and no one likes watching it. So use transitions at pivotal points, like at the very start or when there's a topic change within your PowerPoint presentation, or if you're trying to emphasize a slide particularly, put a transition in. Okay, so the way transitions work, you click on the one that it's going to turn into, and then you make the transition by pressing on it. So first transition is quite easy. It's just a cut. And you can see what it looks like if you press F5 on your keyboard. That'll start the slideshow. And if we have a look, that's just a simple cut. Nothing special there. If we use a fade effect, you'll see that there. It's a bit of a fade. It fades in. You can do push. That'll kind of go like an old projector. You got wipe. There's tons of them. I'll let you play with them though. But the one we're going to use is this exciting 3D switch effect. Okay, so that's the one I want you to put on here for this exercise. So I have that one happening. The switch, let's make a few copies of this slide. So if you press on this slide and press Control D, that duplicates everything in that slide. That'll copy all of its settings, its background, its text, and its transition. So we're going to do that one more time. So we have 4 slides. So the first one should say trees. Let's click on the next one and just say trees 2 and go to trees 3 and call it trees 3. Okay, so you should have trees, trees, trees 2, trees 3. Okay, now you'll notice because we did Control D, which is duplicate, it has mimicked all of the settings, including the transition. So that's kind of handy if you want to keep the same transitions. But this time we're going to click on the next one and change it to this vortex effect, which is kind of cool. And this bottom one down here, we're going to turn this one into, let's go with fly through. Flies through to the next one. Now all these settings can be changed in terms of their timing and on when they're triggered. So the first one here, let's click on slide number 2, which is this trees one. Let's make it go a little bit faster. So see, with duration, the lower the number, the quicker the transition. So let's go down and make it 0.5 of a second. All of a sudden, our transition is much quicker. Same with this one down here. It's the vortex one. It's quite slow. If we make that 2 seconds, the vortex effect will go even faster. Now this one, fly through, I think that's a bit too slow. So I'm going to make that go a little bit longer by increasing the duration. So I'm going to make it go for 1.5 seconds. Now if I press F5, I will play these and I'll show you them all. So we click. That's our first one. There's our second one, faster vortex. Slightly slower push through. So you should have those transitions on these 3 slides. Okay, so you've learnt how to add different transitions and how to change how fast and how slow they go. Now that your transitions are done, you can just save it. But just to recap quickly, the first transition should be a switch at 0.5 of a second. Next one should be a vortex at 2 seconds, and the last one should be a fly through at 1.5. Okay, once you've got those, file, save, and lesson 3, and make this one transitions. Okay, and save that one in.